So I'm like some other people who are buying older cameras, even Japanese. Some Japanese are buying, certain Mamiyas or older cameras. I decided to buy older camera too, and I got this one, Canon 1DX Mark II. So this is like new, only 36K the shutter count, so everything was fine. The body is like new, there are no marks, nothing. So 36K is very low, but they didn't tell me one thing. So the one thing is the slot for that for the card, which is CFast, something wrong with it. I put like halfway, it doesn't go. So something wrong with it. Look like they did something wrong. They were trying to put like a different card, and they couldn't, and they damaged something. So only CF card is okay, but CF fast I cannot put inside. And like I said, the camera is very new, working fine. So everything is fine. I just tested before. So like, let's say menu, and I have like CF card inside. I took a few pictures. It's working. Everything is working. And I don't know why that guy sold it. Well, first of all, it's not new camera. But the second thing is probably he did not like to go to fix the slot that set on rail or whatever for the camera, for the C fast. So why I bought this? Well, 1DX Mark I, it has less megapixels. It has 18, and some technologies are different. This one, Mark II and Mark III, is the same 20 megapixels, but this one has dual processor. Like, I'm okay with dual processor. I did like in the past dual processors, but Mark III has single processor, but better one, newer. Now Mark III costs more money. This one I got for like $950 plus tax. It's like $1,000. Mark III with this condition would be like $2,500. So I would need to expect to pay at least double or maybe even more. So, but I need like I'm thinking about, I can use with telephoto lenses, and I can use for real estate photography. I think it's good because all those tilt shift lenses, they're still EF. I didn't see any RF tilt shift lenses, and they do have good RF lenses like 14 to 35 or 10 to 20 and all that. That would be my maybe future plan. I'm thinking about R3 with those lenses for like real estate photography or architecture. But the best would be, of course, tilt shift. So I would need to have adapter for tilt shift to RF. But for now, because I sold my Fuji, for now, for some time, I just want to keep this. And the normal shutter for DX is like 400,000. This is only 36K. This is not even 1.4. This is like nothing. And he sent me the box because it came in the box, the DX box, manual, everything is wrapped. He didn't even read manual, nothing. And he gave me like two batteries extra, because normal battery is like, it has like red line, because for Mark II it has like red line, those LP whatever, 19 I believe. I think the same you can use on R3. But anyway, I have brand new charger. I have 3 batteries altogether, and I have strap. Strap is like brand new. Everything is like new and in a box. The only problem is that slot. So what I want to do is, probably some people are afraid of getting something and how to fix and all that. But the thing is, I live close to Canon, so I'm gonna drive to Canon. I don't take freeways even. I go to Canon here, Costa Mesa, and they have factory service center. And let's see what they say. I don't like in general to send cameras, but what I've seen in California, people just walk into the service centers and they stand in line and they give camera. They talk about something, and I guess they should fix it for me. The only thing is how much it's gonna cost, but hopefully not too much. But otherwise, I'm happy. Everything is nice, working nice, clean. It's like new. He didn't take many pictures. This camera has live view. There's a button there somewhere. Live view. So live view basically, on mirrorless live view, it means you see on the screen how it's gonna be. So like on my Fuji XH1, if I turn to live view, and if I set like F, F is Fujifilm F-Log. So if I set on F-Log and I switch to live view, I can see F-Log, how it's gonna be on the screen. So this one has the 2, even if it's not mirrorless. So to me, live view, it means how it's gonna be. I actually like it, because sometimes you might think it's good exporter, but when you look at live view, you might want to make a little lighter or darker. Like live view, it's more like a final result, how it's gonna be like. I was checking for face. There is a face detection. It says it works pretty good, but I don't see those newer ones. Animals, whatever, cats. But in the past, what I was doing, I was using joystick. I just move joystick, and what I want to do, I just push, so the joystick I push, and it will keep the focus on that. So to me, it doesn't matter if it's. I don't really like actually keep changing from people to this, to this, to this. In some sense, sometimes I like just to push where I want to have focus. Because like if you do real estate photography, you don't need people. You just push where you want to focus on. And sometimes you might want the real estate. I don't like to go through all these menus, but in general, I do like this camera. Some people go to all the cameras, this or that, this or that. I could choose film camera, but for some reason I don't want to buy a film camera, because I might have certain real estate projects or architectural photography. So I wanna something for that. And this camera has bracketing, plus 3 stops, minus 3 stops, and I can choose up to 7 shots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 within those plus 3 stops, minus 3 stops, and then merge into that what's today HDR kind of, you know, HDR merge. So I do like those 7 stops. I don't think every camera is allowing to do that. Maybe 7 stops would be more smooth, because if you do plus 3, minus 3, maybe sometimes it's too much. Maybe you want something in the middle. If in the middle, it will allow you to do 5, and it will allow you to do 7. So for big projects, maybe I would do 7 stop bracketing, but within plus and minus 3. What else it has? It has damn, it's heavy. My Fuji with grip was lighter, different. It's heavy. I mean, if you did not use for some time, it might appear damn heavy. I like the grip built in. I don't need to unscrew anything. For like vertical shooting, I have everything. I just switch on. There is a switch here somewhere, on and off. That's it. So this camera is actually like, it's made for models. It's good too. One thing I like about this is a very good camera for low light. Compared to Fuji, my Fuji, this is way better. Honestly, my Fuji headlight 1600. After 1600, I see already noise. The H1, which they say professional. I don't know what kind of professional you're talking about, but this one at night, very low noise. This, I've seen, this you can shoot 12,000 ISO. It's a crazy ISO, man. So like, if you look at like National Geographic or certain, you know, companies like that, and if you see they shoot at night, but the image is clean, there is no noise. At night, colors, everything, but clean. That's what that camera can do. The X3 has better 4K. This 4K is, I don't know, it's okay, but not the best. I would say this is 1080p, this is good. It has all AI and .mov and all this. But for 4K, it's 4K, but some kind of JPEG, whatever. Not very famous format. But the X Mark III has like modern does, you know, washed out C-Log or 10-bit video. This one I did not buy for video. I bought mostly for photography, for EF lenses, either telephoto or maybe for shift lenses or something like that. Plus, this camera is considered as like documentary camera or photojournalism. For photojournalism, it's very important that you can shoot at night with low ISO. I mean, with high ISO, low light. You should be able to capture good images. That's what this camera can do. It's heavy, yes, but it is a professional camera that, to me, when I talk about ISO and noise, that is like a winner. I can put many cameras together, that would be a winner. Many cameras after like 3200, it's already such a big dive. The ISO they cannot handle. Noise, too much noise. You look like a cell phone. You look like you're shooting with a cell phone at night. Too much noise. So now another side for the journalism, for documentary, because this camera is used, I only pay like $1,000. I did not pay $6,000 like new. But for the journalism, there are a lot of people who can steal your nice camera. So yeah, you can buy maybe today 4-6 grand camera, but or you can have insurance, but do you really like to carry your camera at night, which costs 6 grand? You know, in California, damn, it's dangerous. They can steal your camera, they can cut that, you know, the strap. They can do all kind of stuff. If they know 6 grand, they can steal. You know, there are some drug people or different people like that. So, and in general, like if you travel around the world where people cannot afford many things, they do steal. So it can be kind of dangerous to have the best equipment with you. But this is actually the best equipment. But because you bought later, it doesn't cost you that much. So if somebody will steal, yeah, it's kind of, you feel bad, but not so bad. It's taken from you 6 grand. 1,000 versus 6,000 is a big difference. And now many lenses are good. For this camera, many lenses, EF lenses are good, but you need to look at the latest edition. Like if the latest edition was like Mark III, like certain, you know, those zoom lenses 70 to 200 Mark III, then you should buy that one. All those previous Mark II, Mark I, they're not sharp. Because what I see actually, those Mark III, if no Mark III, if the latest one was like Mark II, then Mark II is good. Because all those lenses, the latest one, they put more UD elements, they put more of this, become sharper. So it's like latest trend. Like if you look at like Fuji, they have like 2 UD element, 3 UD element. So for Canon, those latest editions, they have like this 2-3 elements. One is like crazy, like 70 to 200. It's a 5 UD elements. I've never seen even with any Fujifilm lenses like that. So for the zoom, probably that's the best zoom, 70 to 200 Mark III. So, and they do have other ones. They have super UD and UD combinations. I had like 300 millimeters 2 UD, very sharp images. Sometimes I look at TV, people say sharp. You probably didn't see some sharp lenses. There are like those some telephotos, like Canon telephotos, damn sharp. Sharper than like, you know, like the 16 to 35, or you know, those telephotos are sharper than those zoom lenses, way sharp. So I kind of like it. I mean, if it's hobby, then you shoot it hobby. I don't need to buy 12, 15, 20 grand lens. I just buy for 2-3 grand, you know, if I like it. I do like 500. It's kind of my lens I like to get, maybe 500 f4 Mark, the latest one, Mark II or 3 or whatever. So I think it's cool. There's a debate about what's better, 400 or 600. People talk about, you know, this nature, birds photography or surfing or whatever. 500, it's kind of like between 400 and 600. And 500 in the past known as very sharp lens. So I'm actually okay with it. Instead of keep guessing what's better, 400 or 600, you know, those teleconverters and all that. I just get maybe 500. And maybe I like the idea of shift lenses. I used to get shift lens. But yeah, I can do in post. You know, I have special software to correct lines. It's one way, but honestly, I never had shift lenses. I do look at them, but they have many UD elements. That part I do like. Many UD elements means the picture is very clear. You can see clear different lines, because architectural photography, you should be able to see many small thin lines, you know, like windows or whatever. So it's important, sharp lens, and plus, you know, that, how they call it, you know, the tilt or shift. And not only that, Canon has tilt shift lens for micro photography. I don't think anybody is offering that. Normally, if somebody is doing micro photography or product photography, in the past they were using like view cameras. View cameras, you can extend this, extend that. So because of certain depth of field, so if you don't want to close aperture too much, then you use that, you know, tilt shift lens. For micro photography it's important, because sometimes if depth of field requires big, but you change it by tilting, shifting, you know. So for product photography it's good. And it's interesting that Canon EF mount, they do offer tilt shift macro photography lens. I think 50, Canon 50L, whatever. Anyway, see, I'm driving for the talking. See, from my home, I did not take any freeways, nothing. I just drive and talk. Here already see Canon. Canon is very close to me. This is one of the reasons probably I do like Canon, because if something I can fix it. I don't know Nikon around. Some people like Nikon. Nikon is good too. I did like Nikon or Nikon, whatever. But to me, Nikon is a little more noisy. I think he has good contrast, but noisy. When people shoot with Nikon, they sound more noisy to me. But anyway, somehow I bought Canon in the past, and I'm still fan of Canon guy. Or if Fuji, then I probably would buy 100 Mark II Fuji. Now this camera is 14-bit color, the same as new one. R3 is 14-bit color, R1 is 14-bit color. They're all 14-bit colors. So compared to new R1 to DX, it's the same 14-bit color. That Fujifilm 100, that's 16-bit color. So if I need something for fashion or for this, that, I think that Fujifilm 100 Mark II is pretty good. Anyway, I'm gonna go to Canon and see what they're gonna say. So this is Canon factory service, and only one car. Strange, nobody else here. It used to be people come here for different things. It used to be like they had classes. That was before pandemic. They had classes and different things going. Now nothing. Only service center and nothing else. So let me see what they're gonna say. You see, they removed everything. Before they had lenses there. they removed. This area is closed. Service center. There. So the way it works, they're gonna take your camera, and they say it takes normally 5 to 7 business days. And if they take camera, they don't need battery. So I had to take battery back. And then they will take your email address, everything. And then they will check how much is gonna be, you know, estimate all that, and they will send email with estimate and everything. And if you agree, you need to pay. As soon as you pay, like online, they will start working. So that's how it works. Again, bring your camera, they will check, take your camera, take address, telephone number, your email, then they will send to your email estimate how much it's gonna be. If you're okay, you pay online, they will start working. And then they offer either you come to pick it up or they're gonna ship it. Because I live close, I don't need to ship it. I just come and pick it up. This is Costa Mesa and Paularino. I don't know if you see it. So this one, Paularino. There is a Japanese store. I wanna go right now to check. There is a Japanese store. So like, you go Paularino. Yeah, this way. Paularino is go like this. You go like that, and there is this Japanese market there. Sometimes I buy a few things here and there Japanese. They have good noodles. Well, some food. So anyway, that's how it looks. I think there is always debate. Some people like Canon. Some people, excuse me. Some people like Canon, some people don't like Canon. Some people like Nikon or Nikon. Debate what is better. I think they are very competitive. It's kind of hard to say sometimes who is better. Nikon has certain own way, I guess, or edge. I always wanted to buy a Nikon when I was in 90s, beginning of 90s. I want to buy Nikon, but I never bought it. They had that FM film Nikon. I think the last one. The last film camera for the public. It was like 92, I guess, 92, 93. Me, I don't mind to have D5, D6, but somehow I had this one. Now some people say dynamic range Canon is no good. I did not see that big problem with dynamic range. What they have is actually with that camera, they have a special setting so the camera will look at highlights. So the camera, like in normal mode, if it's off, it will not look at highlights. But if you switch to observe the highlights, it will observe highlights. It will not allow to overexpose for highlights. And then if you do that, then if you switch that on, there is no problem. Many people just don't know. I think they don't like it because if highlights is like overexposed, they cannot fix it. That's what they don't like probably. But then another thing, if you use RAW, I don't know what they use. Some people don't use RAW. They become mad, but because they have a standard JPEG kind of thing, not the RAW. But the professional way would be to use RAW. Unless like some people require so many shots. In the past, if you need so many shots, you cannot do with RAW, then you use JPEG. But today, they have those huge buffers, and they have, you know, the writing speed is fast and all that. Today you can use RAW for everything. But like I said, even this camera, my camera has like kind of observe highlights. It will look at highlights priority. So whoever has problem with dynamic range, I would suggest to try to use that one to observe highlights, so it will not overexpose. Because if you overexpose, you cannot fix it. But if it will observe highlights, so you have details and highlights, then I guess you can find details in shadows. And this is like good, I don't know dynamic range, but it's like a 12,000 ISO. It can shoot with 12,000 ISO quite good. The image is not dirty. Anyway, I'm here. This is Japanese. I wanna check on Japanese what they have. Sometimes I buy stuff there. So this would be, it's called Mitsuwa. The same Paularino Street. Paularino. So basically this place, like here, this would be the southern side of Paularino. If you go further, would be Canon over there. There is John Wayne Airport. If somebody wanna fly, the closest one over there is John Wayne Airport. John Wayne Airport is a smaller airport for like United States flights. I think they have United States and Canada, that's all. It's not international, it's a smaller airport. But it's good that, like suppose Las Vegas or some other places, suppose they don't have service center, you can fly to, or you can send in the mail if you have problems. You can send your equipment in the mail, but you can ship it, or you can just fly to John Wayne Airport and talk to them. Okay, let's see what they have. So this would be sake. Sake is Japanese drink. Not strong. You see like this, it says sake. I would say like 15% alcohol. Not very strong. They use rice to make sake. I don't think it's for everybody. I actually like sake for cooking better than for drinking. This is sake. Anyway, they do have wines. This is Spanish wine. Campo Viejo. Some American wines. Anyway, it's a grocery store plus different things. Japanese beer. I like some. I think I like Ichiban or something like Canon. That Canon is pretty good. I would say I like Canon the most. That Canon, Ichiban, Sapporo. I would say I'm more guy of this one. Kirin Ichiban. So they have like Susan small food court inside. Tables. So that is small market. Mitsuwa. I got few things. One bag. I got the sesame seeds, white and black, because sometimes if I cook tuna, you know, like that, kind of like half raw in the middle, and I think it's called seared tuna or something. So I use those sesame seeds, and then I got just small things: rice vinegar, sesame oil. I got 1 can of beer. Different things. Anyway, like I said before, if you go to service center, most likely they're gonna tell you take your battery with you, so they don't need your battery. I was like, what is that I have in my pocket? Oh, that's a battery. So if you don't like to have battery in your pocket, most likely you don't need to bring anything. No battery, and they don't need cards. You know, like CF card or C fast or anything. So now I'm waiting. They said 5 to 7 business days. Some technician is supposed to check on that, and then give estimate if I'll be okay, then I pay. It's a good camera. When, you know, some people are complaining. I mean, there are so many cameras on the market. That one is way better than many cameras. Realistically, like today, for like $1,000, that body I bought for $1,000 with 3 batteries. So 2 batteries. This battery costs $100, used $100. It's like 100. Brand new is $130 or something. Damn, this battery is like a car battery. I can buy a car battery for that price. And they want $130 for a 160, 150. So realistically, today, if you really like photography, for $1,000, there is no camera for $1,000, unless it's like ZVE10. That's like for vlogging. It's not really for photography camera. Come on. And like if you like photography, I mean, you attach telephoto lens, you attach any kind of lens you want. That would be a complete kind of experience in photography. If you never tried telephoto, like 300, 400, 500, 600, to me it's like you did not try completely photography, because that photography is a different kind of photography. And so for that one I need some kind of body like a DX or Nikon D5, D6, and it is fun. Like I said, it is fun. Some think of photography, real photography should be film, and they're buying film cameras. In Japan it's popular. Certain Mamiya either my Mia 7 or some kind of that film camera. It looks like a film camera, but big one. It does not look like. I had my Mia RZ67. That one is kind of boxy one, and you use like focusing. You use like a wheel. But in Japan, not that one, different. It's like look like a normal camera, just bigger one. I forgot the name. Cinema Mia. I think that was made actually for kind of like news people or documentary people. It's not really a studio kind, like RZ67. It's more like a studio kind. Anyway, today I don't want to buy RZ67. It's good, but you need to deal with film and all that. If I decided to have, it's called print on canvas. Today in America you can print on canvas. For print on canvas I might consider medium format. For like you know, for myself, accumulated film, I don't really need it. I don't like that idea to accumulate film somewhere in some kind of storage. I would rather have just image, you know, like digital image somewhere. Plus that film cameras in the past, they didn't have telephoto like that. Many of those film cameras are made for, if there is telephoto, it's like up to 200 millimeters. It's not for 600. It was FD, I think, Canon FD, but it's something, let's say, before that. Not so much of telephoto. So, you know, for me, old cameras, it's kind of okay to have. For me, DX, it's kind of old, but still you can use for anything. Yeah, realistically, R1 only came out, what, a few months ago, 3 months ago. So it's very early camera. I mean, it's very new camera. Many people don't use it. I'm okay to use DX for another 1 year, 2 years, easy, for any projects. Especially with those lenses, newer lenses, Mark III, Mark II. They are nice. So for that lens, for that camera, I bought lens 16 to 35 f4, and the guy bought 2 years ago. He said he never used, and I bought from him on eBay, but I bought from him. I know how to read serial number. Certain serial numbers will tell you if it's a newer lens or older lens. So I look at serial number for that lens. He has like 1000. Starting from 10, to me that's like a newer lens, because I was checking for those codes and you know, those lenses. If 10 is like 23, I think 22, 23. And then later he said, oh, he bought 2 years ago from Canon.com. He said I didn't use it, but when I got it, it's like almost new. So new, like, look like in the store. Like you take in the store, it looks like that from display. New. So that lens I bought 16 to 35, which is only 2 years old, but not used. And I took pictures. It's fine. Focusing fast, the glass is clean, everything is like new. It's like a camera that you kept for 2 years. So that lens is for 2 years. And the camera, even if it's like Mark II, because of 36K at those shots, it feels like I'm really new. No scratches, no. So that's all I I want to say, if you don't know what to decide on, everything is expensive, it's okay, buy DX, but watch, because when you buy, you can see some are writing shutter count like 200, 300, 400, 500. Well, Canon is saying that shutter for DX is made for 400,000. It's like life of shutter. So if you are buying, I would look at something below 200, at least half of life. And you'll be surprised, many cameras like 500, half a million. He's saying camera is like new, blah 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 blah. The shutter count is like half a million. I'm like, come on, like new. Mint condition. They might say mint condition. Shutter count is like half a million. That's already passing the normal age, because normally 400,000, right? So you need to do your research. I found this one. I think it's the lowest, and I've seen that one, and I've seen another one 78,000. So this one 36, another 78. Some of them, like newer cameras, if I would buy today camera, if I would like to spend like $2.5 grand, I probably would not buy DX Mark III. I would go straight to R3. Today you can buy R3 for like 2,500 or 2.6 or something like that. That's what they wanna sell DX, one DX Mark III for, around 2.5 grand. At the same time, you can buy R3 used one at that price, 2.5 grand. And R3 is the same as DX. I don't see any big difference. I see no difference for the pictures, for the features. In fact, R3 rolling shutter is a little bit better than DX, because DX is not stack sensor, but R3 is a little bit better. But still there is a rolling shutter R3. Don't assume everything is like gone. It's a little better, but to me overall R3 is like one DX. So and it's lighter. I don't know what they did, but maybe they made thinner or something. But I did try R3. The weight is better. So my next camera would be probably R3, unless I have good money suddenly, and I'll buy R1. R3 is good too to me. It's like DX. Now new, why I like R3 is because new lenses. All those new lenses, the RF lenses, first of all, they're sharp and very good. Second thing is they have stabilization, like the 10 to 20 stabilization. It's very important for video stabilization. And R3 has, you know, those newer cameras, they have electronic stabilization. So for video it's important. So but for fun, for big telephoto, I would still probably, for free time, I would consider the DX or that one with adapter. Either or. Anyway, that's my purchase of all the lens. You don't need to afraid to fix it. If it's something small, it's okay. I would rather have low shutter, everything like new, and small thing I need to fix, than the whole that system, the 500,000 shots and you don't know, maybe tomorrow you need to replace the shutter, which would be way more expensive than some kind of small thing. Anyway, have a good time, enjoy photography, bye.